yesterday.
My first player to watch in this one to see if they're able to bounce back is going to be Jock.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. Going back, Garcia, and we are tied. Jock with his first hit as a Cub, and it's a biggie. 1-1, we're starting over. An absolute blast to right field.
And then, of course, my other batter to watch in this one, another struggling batter, is going to be Ozzie Albies.
And that one got away from Luke Roy, and that's going to bring home an insurance run. The ball ends up in the camera well. Thank you very much. Braves got a run in the first on a pass ball. Now they get a run on a wild pitch. And that helps. 7-5 your score. The inning starts with an Ozzie Albies single.
Now my team to watch in this one's going to be, of course, it's going to be my team to watch until they pick up their first win. I got to go with the Oakland Athletics. I know it's the same thing.
That should do it. Taylor's not going to get it. Canna's going to trot home, and the A's are going to walk it off for their first win of the 2021 season.
Apparently, whoever I call out on these is going to turn their season around after I say that's who you should watch out for. Let's talk about it on today's MLB Preview. What's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. We've got a smaller slate of baseball action for us today, just 9 games instead of the 15 or 16, however many got played yesterday, but still an action-packed day nonetheless. Of course, if you're new, hit that like button and subscribe button. Helps me out a ton, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss when every video goes live. As always, my podcast, Diamond in the Rough, and also my socials are linked in the description below. I appreciate each and every one of you, and let me know in the comment section down below how your team is doing so far this season. Now, first up, at 1:10 Eastern Time, we've got the 1-5 Miami Marlins. Unfortunately, they're not doing too well at the moment, and they are facing off against the 1-2 New York Mets. Right now, as I'm recording this, the Marlins do not have a starter listed. Just says TBD. By the time you're watching this, that may have changed. Pitching for the New York Mets is going to be Taijuan Walker. He makes his New York Met debut, and it's also the home opener for the New York Mets after they went on and played the Philadelphia Phillies. So it's an exciting game for Mets fans. I'm sure people are going to enjoy being back at Citi Field. I'm sure they hope that Taijuan Walker pitches well for them. At 1:35 Eastern Time, we've got the 1-5 Pittsburgh Pirates facing off against the 3-3 Chicago Cubs. Jake Arrieta's on the mound for the Cubs, continuing to try and build off of his comeback. Maybe find that old form he had with the Cubs. Pitched well in his first start. And then for the Pittsburgh Pirates, they have Tyler Anderson on the mound, pitched okay in his first start. I suspect this is going to be a pretty lopsided game with the Cubs doing well and the Pirates not doing well, as it was when the Reds played the Pittsburgh Pirates, but we shall see. Coming up at 3:05 Eastern Time, the Boston Red Sox are 3-3 after beating the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday. They are facing off against the 4-2 Baltimore Orioles. The Orioles swept the Red Sox the first series of the season, so they're playing each other once again. Eduardo Rodriguez makes his season debut for the Red Sox. He's finally back for them. He had some COVID issues last year, so he wasn't really able to pitch. So hopefully he can stay healthy again this year, and best of luck to him, even as a Yankee fan. And then Matt Harvey is, it's 2021, and I'm saying Matt Harvey is starting. I just don't understand. It's whack. But Matt Harvey's going to be on the mound for these Baltimore Orioles. He pitched okay in his first start. He's hoping to build off of that success and maybe get traded at the deadline from the Orioles to a contender. We'll see. At 3:10 Eastern Time, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks coming in at 2-4 versus the Colorado Rockies, also coming in at 2-4. Merrill Kelly is going to be on the mound for these Diamondbacks going against John Gray. John Gray pitched well in his first start. We'll see if he's able to build off of that success against these Diamondbacks. And then Merrill Kelly pitched okay. We'll see. Again, they're playing at Coors. It's probably going to be a high-scoring affair. At 4:10 Eastern Time, the Seattle Mariners at 3-3 after taking a victory yesterday against the Chicago White Sox. They are facing the red-hot Minnesota Twins. I say red-hot because they just absolutely destroyed the Detroit Tigers over the weekend. Scored a lot. Didn't necessarily win all the games, but they did score a lot. Marco Gonzalez did not pitch well in his first start. He's for the Seattle Mariners, and then Jose Barrios looked nasty in his first start. He's pitching for these Twins. We'll see if he's able to continue that success and possibly be that Cy Young candidate that everyone has hoped that he could. Everyone thought he had that potential. We'll see if he's able to continue to build towards that here The still above 500 Kansas City Royals at 3-2 will be facing off against the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox come in at 3-4 after taking a loss to those Seattle Mariners last night. Brad Keller did not pitch well in his first start, coming in with a 40.5 ERA, as you can see. And he pitched against the much worse Texas Rangers, so he'll see if he can bounce back against the White Sox. Lance Lynn pitched well in his first start for the White Sox against the Angels. He'll look to build off of that success against these Kansas City Royals. At 4:10 Eastern Time, the Milwaukee Brewers will be facing off against the St. Louis Cardinals. In this one, Corbin Bures, who looked nasty in his first start of the season, he'll be facing off against Adam Wainwright, who did not look good in his first start of the season. So we'll see how this one turns out. The Brewers look to get above 500 for the first time this year, and the St. Louis Cardinals are looking to build on their success already after they are coming in at 4-2. At 7:07 Eastern Time, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, I don't care if that's what they're not called, that's what I call them in my head, so that's why I say it out loud sometimes by accident. Griffin Canning's going to be on the mound for them. He's making his season debut. The Angels are just hoping for a just below average to average starting pitching season for him. He's going to be facing off against the heavy-hitting Toronto Blue Jays, coming in at 3-3. Ross Stripling on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. Stripling did not look that good in his first start against the Yankees, but we shall see if he's able to pitch well against Trout, Ohtani, and the rest of that loaded Angels offense. And then the last game of the day, game number 9, the Oakland Athletics finally got their first win of the season last night, as you saw in the intro. So they're 1-6. They beat the Houston Astros last night because of the extra innings rule. Worst rule in sports. Sorry, not sorry. It's a travesty of the game of baseball. The Astros took their first loss of the season. They are 5-1. Cole Irvin's going to be on the mound for these Oakland Athletics. Did not look that good in his first appearance this year. Christian Javier is going to be on the mound for the Astros. They need a big season out of Javier if they want to continue their success after losing Framber Valdez. And, of course, they also lost Justin Verlander to Tommy John surgery, and the same as Forrest Whitley. So Christian Javier, they're definitely relying on him to pitch well in this one. Now that we've gone over the full slate of games in this one, I have a couple players to watch. My first one is going to be I've got two starting pitchers and one position player. Corbin Bures on the mound for the Brewers. Like I said, he looked disgusting in his first start. He's incredible to watch. You're going to want to see his performance. We'll see if he's able to pitch well against the St. Louis Cardinals in this one. If the Brewers want a chance at the postseason, they're going to need him to pitch well and continue to pitch well, like we all know he has that potential to do. The combination of him and Brandon Woodruff, who also pitched well yesterday, that's going to lead them to success this season. And then the second starter that I think you should look out for, is Jake Arrieta. I mentioned him, of course, earlier. We want to see if he looks as good as he did last time out. Of course, he is facing a weak Pirates offense, but that means that he needs to have a good start to prove to us that it's not a fluke. He obviously did not pitch all that well for the Philadelphia Phillies when he signed that big contract with them. I'm a big Jake Arrieta fan. I hope he continues to build on success he had in Chicago and kind of revitalizes that career that he lost. I'm not saying he'll be a Cy Young again, but I am hoping that he's able to find that old form just a little bit. The position player to watch in this one is going to be Ryan McMahon. He's been not a huge prospect for a while for the Colorado Rockies, but Rockies people have been talking about him. He now plays second base for them. He kind of came out of nowhere this year. I don't think a lot of people knew who he was. He's hit for a ton of power so far this season. He's tied for the league lead with Nick Castellanos with 4 home runs. And so far, he's got an OPS above 1,400. Again, a name you probably might not know a ton about, but he's looked really good so far. He had that 3-home run game the other day, I believe. So look out for him to have a big performance in this one, especially against the Diamondbacks and against Merrill Kelly. And then the other position player that I think you should look out for is Keston Hiura. He needs to finally get it going. In 5 games, he has just 1 hit. He has no hits, actually. He scored 1 run. He needs to get that first hit out of the way for the season. The Brewers are hoping he hits for the power that he has that potential to. And like I said, they need at least a little bit of offense so that pitching can carry them to the postseason. And then my team to look out for in this one to watch is going to be these Miami Marlins. At 1-5, they haven't started out their season the way they wanted to. They're trying to convince people that they're not bottom feeders. So we'll see if they're able to do that in this one. They are facing off against a good Mets team, a good starter in Taijuan Walker, but I do believe in them a little bit. I hope that they can get it together in this one and get their second win out of the way for the season. that's going to do it for me, guys, in this one. This is today's MLB preview. Like I said, hit that like button. Comment down below which matchup excites you the most for this year and how your team's doing so far. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.